Iranians took to the streets for a third day of anti-government protests in what appeared to be the biggest domestic political challenge to Tehran's leaders since the 2009 Green Movement was crushed by security forces. At least 2 protesters were killed in the city of Dorud, in Iran's western Lurista province, as the riot police opened fire to contain a group of people said to have been trying to occupy the local governor's office. Clashes between demonstrators and the anti-riot police became violent in some cities as the demonstrations spread. The 2 men killed in Dorud have been identified as Hamza Elashi and Hossi Iresho, according to an Iranian journalist with the Voice of America's Persian service who has spoken to their families. Videos posted online showed their bodies on the ground, covered with blood. Another video showed protesters carrying their bodies to safety. At least 2 others were also reported to have been killed in Dorud, but this could not be independently verified. Early on Sunday, Iran's interior minister warned protesters that their actions will have consequences. Those who damage public property, disrupt order and break the law must be responsible for their behavior and pay the price, Abdurrahman Fazli said on state television. Elsewhere it appeared that the security forces held people back, with sporadic use of tear gas. The number of people joining protests increased as night fell, making it difficult for the authorities to target protesters. "Death to Khamenei" chants, in reference to the country's supreme leader, featured in many demonstrations. Videos posted on social media from Tehran and at least one other city of Zaja province showed protesters taking down banners depicting the images of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Such chants and acts of resistance are unprecedented in a country where the supreme leader holds the ultimate authority and criticizing him is taboo. There were also chants in support of monarchy and the late Shah. The scale of protests in the provinces appeared bigger than those witnessed in 2009, although more people went onto the streets of Tehran then than have so far been seen this time. Earlier, the US President, Donald Trump, used Twitter to warn the Iranian government against a crackdown as thousands of pro-government Iranians also marched in long-scheduled protests in support of the leadership. But, for the third day running, ordinary Iranians, frustrated by the feeble economy, rising inflation and lack of opportunity, defied warnings against illegal gatherings. The entire world understands that the good people of Iran want change, and, other than the vast military power of the United States, that Iran's people are what their leaders fear the most. pic.twitter.com/W8RKN9B6RT. Everyone is fed up with the situation, from the young to the old, said Ali, who lives near the city of Rasht, where there were big protests on Friday. He asked not to be identified. Every year thousands of students graduate, but there are no jobs for them. Fathers are also exhausted because they don't earn enough to provide for their family.